Saturday was Brendan's birthday, and he told me he wanted to go ride up in Santa Clarita like we did the week before. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that. Had to be somewhere at 3. So we came up with a different plan. Something local. That ended up being riding around downtown LA. Him on the back of my bike because his isn't street legal. Definitely didn't imagine that Brendan would be the first passenger on my DR650. Kind of hoped it would be not a guy, but that's all right.
Yeah, look at the spread.
Like that? Dip that and then bite it.
Oh yeah. That looks great there.
The main project for this week has been working on Gabe's bike, because when I was trying to teach him how to ride on it, it just kept dying on us, and then it wouldn't start at all. So we were trying to figure it out, and we ended up just killing the battery trying to get it started. So I took it back to my place and tried to see what was going on. It wasn't until 2 days later that I noticed there was a huge puddle of fuel under the airbox. So I looked in the airbox and there was probably 2 cups of gas in there. And I was like, what the hell? How did fuel get into the airbox of this bike? So I went to the forums, as one does, and what the guys were saying is that if you have gas in your airbox with a DR650, it's likely that 2 tiny O-rings on your float assembly have gone bad, and maybe your float needle too. And what happens is when those go bad, it basically just lets fuel flow endlessly into the carb if your petcock's in the on position, and it ends up overflowing, and that excess fuel goes into your airbox and then also into your cylinder and into your engine, and it mixes with your oil. And that seems to be what happened. So I took off the carb with Brendan. That's the thumbnail. Yo, clip that, chat. All right, what are we doing right now? First thing we have to do.
Holy shit, they're so.
First thing we have to
Bro,
do.
this is the big. Is this what you were hitting before?
Yeah, I set that up before. It was major, but we gotta like differentiate the angles, you know. All right, I'm just gonna try to push these down so they're like locked in as much as possible. All right, does everything look pretty in here? Because this is our last go. Okay. Is the gasket flush? Yes. Ooh, that gasket is like tight squeeze. and we went through the whole thing, replaced those O-rings and the float needle and the gaskets and the jets. And I'm thinking that has fixed it. So far, so good. I did a oil change too, because that oil was more fuel than oil. It poured out like water. But it seems good now. Got Gabe's battery charged back up and took it out for a start.